This is the ultimate dick boss move from Musk, except he isn't even the boss, he's just a dick. And then you follow that up with, I'm on the side of the workers, not the billionaire bosses.
Okay, so Democrats got caught once again copying and pasting the same exact message on their social medias. So in this video, we will go over the most recent meltdowns of CNN news anchors calling out Democrats and even saying some Democrats are being very unauthentic. Now, before we start the video, please like the video. It is the #1 way you can help this channel, and it helps others see the videos as well. Let us begin.
I want the party that I have grown up with, that I even at this point in my time am questioning, like, where do I fit in it, to find the authentic voice.
Exactly.
It is not about performance. It is not about that. I want to talk to the people who are in my family, who are my friends, who are hurting in this country, and ask them, what do you need and what do you want?
Okay, so the first big issue is that not all Democrats, but you have certain Democrats posting these videos with absolutely zero message, and then you're sat there just like, what did I just watch?
So your challenge is who's going to win the message war if this government does shut down. I want to show our viewers something that I thought was really interesting.
Now, I can't play the audio to this TikTok, but again, this is apparently supposed to be a message just in case the government shuts down.
You were dancing in your chair
Yes, right,
along that.
right.
I mean, how important is it for someone like you? I'm sure TikTok, you're not exactly native to that. I'm certainly not.
Yeah.
Just in order to get in the game for Democrats, particularly when you're approaching such a tough time, which is the potential shutdown.
You have to communicate where people are and what they're listening to and what they're reading, etc. You change, your environment changes. You know that. There's old school, and now you have to move. You can either move with the times or you can be left behind.
Now look, I don't think we're being too critical when we say there was literally no message in that video. You watch the video, you can leave your comments down below how you feel about that, but again, I'm trying to show you, even the CNN news anchor is kind of scratching her head and spinning this as like, oh yeah, we should all be on TikTok because that's the new thing.
This is the ultimate dick boss move from Musk, except he isn't even the boss, he's just a dick. And then you follow that up with, I'm on the side of the workers, not the billionaire bosses. So, I mean, I ask you this sincerely. Do you, what's the value in that kind of language and communication? Is that the best way to communicate the stakes of the moment that the country's in?
Okay, so this news anchor is really trying to give this Democrat a favor by letting her explain why would you post something like that on the internet, and then later in the clip, the news anchor really flips it on the Democrat and says, you know what, even Elon Musk wouldn't say what you're saying.
Well, what I am hearing from voters at home and what I heard on your show is that people want to see some fight. They want to see some urgency in this moment that we're in. And I think with that tweet that I did, it touched a nerve with millions of people because everybody has had the experience of having some boss who treats them with disrespect, who denigrates their work, and is just basically using big power play moves to terrorize them. Days ago, Elon Musk had the audacity to call Mark Kelly, a United States senator and a combat veteran, to call him a traitor.
But so let me play a little devil's advocate on that. Yeah. And it was ridiculous that Elon Musk called him, of all people, a traitor. That wasn't a 4-letter word that he used, what Elon Musk said to him, and it got a lot of attention. I mean, isn't there a way to mirror what your constituents, the outrage they're feeling, maybe even in a bigger way than using like the limited vocabulary of curse words? Because there's a lot of great words out there that can communicate a lot. We're hearing lawmakers curse more and more and more.
I mean, when I first heard this clip, I could not believe what I was hearing. I was like, am I really hearing a CNN news anchor lecture a member of government, a Democrat, in what they should be saying on the internet and not cursing on the internet because it makes you look pretty bad. Look, again, in this country, we have freedom of speech, and a lot of us curse at times, sometimes more than others. And again, I would be a hypocrite if I told you I never cursed. But the fact that you do have members of government cursing more and more, especially Democrats in their social media posts or their social media campaigns, even CNN is starting to have an issue with this, and so are a lot of other Democrats.
Can we ask another question? Do I be talking about my own party? Can we talk about Ukraine or something? No. Look, man, we're screwed. I mean, we don't know. No, Democrats don't know what to do. This is a nightmare. Somebody like Donald Trump, we thought we'd at least have Hakeem Jeffries in the speaker's chair to hold him back if we didn't have Kamala in there to do the right thing. Listen, the Democratic Party is going through a massive set of internal crises. You have a party that got trapped two ways. One, defending a broken status quo that nobody likes because they thought that Donald Trump was going to make it worse. But when you're defending the status quo, you're going to lose. And then offending most people in the country, calling everybody sexist and racist and transphobic and every other name, and then saying, please follow us. That's not a good strategy, folks. Defending a broken status quo and offending most of the country turns out is not as popular as my party thought it was going to be. And so it's going to take a while for people to get it figured out. I don't like talking about this. I'd rather be beat up. Can you give me something I can beat up Shermichael about? I don't want to talk about my own party.
I know. It's a tough question.
Now, he did bring up the Democratic leader, and one thing I want to show you is this clip where he seems to sign off on the behavior of a lot of the social media posts we are seeing on the internet.
What happened with that social media campaign? How did it come about?
Again, we're trying to do more things as a caucus at Breakthrough. Clearly, this was very successful.
So you think it went over well? Because on the right, they're saying, it looked too synchronized. All the
Again, in
scripts.
this world where people are competing for attention, it got attention and got many more views, especially because people on the right kept elevating our content, which I appreciate. Thank you.
Okay, so you heard it straight from the Democratic leader. He doesn't care what Republicans, conservatives, or anybody has to say with the material of the videos or what people have to say about the videos in general. You're actually almost hearing this tone of, well, it doesn't matter because we're getting eyeballs, we're getting traction, so that must be a good thing. You can leave your comments down below how you feel about that policy or that strategy.
So look, I mean...
That was not fair. We can't be that bad. That makes the whole party look.
Yes, you are. I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, nobody asked for that in particular. And I also just think it's like you start with all the chaos of the different responses at the joint address, and then you have this like super sober Elisa Slotkin response, and then a couple of days of just all this random social media.
They clearly
antics.
Don't have an idea of what to do. They have had at least months to prepare, at least since the election, to start preparing. This is weak. This is not the way we should be responding. This does not give the country any confidence that there is an opposition to this.
Now look, the majority of the social media posts or protests, if you want to call them, it really is going after Elon Musk and Doge, and unfortunately, we are starting to see real protest on Tesla, like some cars getting vandalized, some dealerships getting attacked, but nonetheless, to stick with the material of the video, a lot of these Democrats are going after Elon Musk in general.
Chuck Schumer just came to the floor and said that they're willing to shut down the government because Senate Republicans didn't work with them on a CR. Now, remind you, what a CR means is a continuing resolution. It means it's the same CR that they voted for in September when Biden was in office, the same CR that they voted for in December when Biden was in office, and now that Trump's in office, they're saying they're willing to shut down the government. I can't understand what they're doing. They can't even make sense themselves. How do you not support the same level of spending that they supported from the last president to this president, other than the just pure hatred of Trump?
Okay, what you just witnessed was not a Democrat, that was a Republican social media post. But the reason why I wanted to show you this is sort of the comparison of a very simple message that gets the point across, as opposed to a very cringe video with all of these edits and people laughing at you and making fun of you. At least in this video, you can talk about the content of the video, and I truly think, because when you cross-reference what the polls are saying and who people agree with, which is mostly Republicans, this is why Republicans are so successful right now as far as their messaging goes on the internet. Now, to give you guys a quick history lesson, and maybe we can compare whether or not Democrats really changed their marketing strategy, this is a clip from a month ago. It's a very famous clip. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw it. It's still very funny, so we're going to watch it. This is when Democrats decided we're going to take to the streets and we're going to protest Elon Musk. I really think ever since we saw this video surface, all of a sudden we're starting to see more and more Democrats do things like this through TikTok or social media, because this clip went very viral and many people were laughing at Democrats and were starting to question the leadership of the Democrats.
Democrats agree that Musk is a problem, but listen to them today, and they have a piñata in search of a stick.
To our Republican colleagues, if you do not see the light, we will bring the fire. Resist!
We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your asses.
We have days to stop the destruction of our democracy. We have work to do. Tell Elon Musk to take his hands off your money. We don't pledge allegiance to the creepy 22-year-olds working for Elon Musk. We pledge allegiance to the United States of America.
And goddamn it, shut down the city! We are at war!
We will win! We will win! We will win! We won't rest! We won't rest!
Gretchen.
Yes,
So,
they need,
can we
the
play it
Democrats,
again?
the Democrats need a real leader, okay? They need a real leader, which currently does not exist in the Democratic Party. And they have been caught completely flat-footed with the entire Trump presidency for the last 2 weeks and Elon Musk. I said on CNN months ago that Elon Musk would be the most influential advisor to President Trump, and that is proving to be true, whether you like it or not. But Democrats should have had a plan for this. They knew it was coming. We say this every single night.
Project 2025,
we knew
as you
it.
just talked about.
We knew it. Trump has said all of these things were going to happen. We saw him align with Elon Musk, which may go down as the smartest thing that any presidential candidate has ever done, from the young vote to tech, to a million other things. So Democrats needed to have a plan, and it may be too late.
Yeah, Bakari, are you fired up after?
I'm fired up and ready to go. Can't you see it in my face?
Alright, so if you are still watching this video, I really appreciate it. Again, we are starting to see this new tone of news anchors from CNN literally go after other Democrats straight to their face. Maybe they're trying to call them out in a very polite way, but we might just be getting started. We have to see what happens in the future. If these clips continue and the Democrat Party keeps going downhill as far as support, I'm sure we're going to start seeing some more call outs by name. Anyway, thank you for everything, and God bless.